Have you ever reached your 40s, looked at your life, and announced a bold new beginning, only to feel the fire fade days later? Have you ever wondered why your strongest intentions quietly disappear after loud promises? In a quiet neighborhood lived a man named Daniel. He was 47. A husband, a father, a provider. And like many men after 40, he carried a silent question. Is this all I'm going to build? Every year or so, Daniel would declare a turning point. This is the year I start my own business. I'm getting back in shape. I'm finally going to build something meaningful. He would say it at family dinners, at barbecues, at work. People encouraged him. That's great, Daniel. Good for you. It's never too late. And for a brief moment, he felt powerful, reborn, like a man reclaiming his direction. But days later, the energy faded. The plans slowed, the vision blurred, and nothing changed. This pattern continued for years. Each announcement gave Daniel a rush, a sense of momentum, a feeling of progress. But it was only a feeling. Deep down, he felt something heavier than failure. He felt unfinished. Many men after 40 know this weight. You carry responsibility for your family, your finances, your future. You want to prove that your best years are not behind you. So you speak your goals out loud, but words are easy. And life lessons for men after 40 are rarely learned through comfort. They are learned through quiet discipline. Daniel didn't understand that yet. One evening, after another abandoned new beginning, Daniel sat alone in his garage. Tools hung neatly on the wall, untouched. His older neighbor, Marcus, walked over. Marcus was a calm man in his 60s, steady, observant, respected. "You seem troubled," Marcus said. Daniel sighed. "I have plans, good plans. But I never follow through. I talk about them. I feel motivated. Then the motivation disappears." Marcus studied him. "What do you do first when you decide on a goal?" Daniel answered immediately. "I tell people. I want them to know I'm serious." Marcus nodded slowly. "Come by tomorrow morning." The next day, Marcus held 2 small seeds in his palm. He handed one to Daniel. "Plant this." Daniel pressed it into the soil in Marcus's garden. Then Marcus raised the second seed and called to a few children nearby. "Look at this," he said. "Soon it will grow into something strong." The children smiled and clapped. Marcus placed the seed on a stone in the sunlight. Days passed. Marcus watered the buried seed quietly. He never mentioned it again. The seed on the stone dried under the sun. Birds pecked at it. It never grew. Weeks later, a small green sprout pushed through the soil. Marcus stood beside Daniel. "A seed needs darkness," he said calmly. "It needs protection. If you expose it too early, it dies." Daniel understood immediately. Marcus continued, his voice steady. "When you announce your plans, people praise you. That praise gives your mind a reward. It feels like progress, but you haven't done the work." Daniel felt the truth settle into his chest. One of the hardest life lessons for men after 40 is this: stop feeding on applause. Start feeding on effort. That night, Daniel made a decision. No more announcements. No more dramatic declarations about change. He chose one simple project: build a wooden bookshelf for his living room. He didn't tell his wife. He didn't mention it to his friends. He simply began. After work, he went quietly into the garage. He measured the wood carefully, drew a modest design, cut once, sanded twice. Some nights he felt tired. Some nights he doubted himself. But because no one knew, there was no pressure, no audience, no ego, only the work. One afternoon, his neighbor noticed sawdust near the driveway. "What are you building, Daniel?" Daniel smiled lightly. "Just working on something." A few days later, his wife saw wooden boards stacked against the wall. "Another project?" she asked cautiously. "Yes," Daniel said. "What is it?" "You'll see." No excitement, no promises, just calm focus. Weeks passed. The bookshelf slowly took shape. He corrected mistakes, reinforced weak joints, stained the wood with patience. When it was finished, he carried it inside and placed it against the living room wall. His wife ran her hand along the smooth surface. "You made this?" Daniel nodded. For the first time in years, he felt real pride. Not pride from talking, pride from finishing. That bookshelf changed something inside him. Months later, Daniel chose another quiet task, building 2 flower beds in front of the porch. Again, he told no one. Early Saturday mornings, he dug into the soil, measured the space, framed the edges with wood, mixed compost carefully. A neighbor walked by. "Starting a garden?" "Something like that," Daniel replied. No explanation. His wife watched from the kitchen window over several weekends. She didn't question him this time. She waited. Slowly, 2 strong flower beds appeared, one on each side of the porch. Simple, balanced, solid. When spring arrived, color framed the entrance of their home. Visitors noticed. "The house feels different. It looks strong." And it did, because Daniel was different. He no longer announced growth, he built it. Over time, people began to describe Daniel in new ways: reliable, steady, disciplined. Not because he spoke differently, because he acted differently. This is one of the most powerful life lessons for men after 40. The second half of your life is not rebuilt through dramatic reinvention. It is rebuilt through small, completed actions repeated in silence. A bookshelf. 2 flower beds. Promises kept without witnesses. That is how a man restores self-respect. Now let me ask you something. How many goals have you announced too early? How many times have you felt accomplished simply because others approved of your intention? I'm not here to ask for likes or subscriptions, but if this message resonated with you, feel free to share your thoughts below. I genuinely read and reflect on them. Sometimes writing the truth is the first act of discipline. The world does not need your next announcement. Your family does not need another promise. Your life after 40 deserves something stronger than words. Let your discipline speak. Protect your goals while they are small. Build them quietly. Strengthen them in private. And when the tree is strong, it will not need an introduction. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself. Stay steady. Keep building. And I'll see you in the next story.